For the first time in Master Cook history, we traveled the entire nation of Zambia, searching in all 10 provinces for Zambia's best chefs. 12 amateurs and 12 professionals from different backgrounds who have never met before come together each week to complete different cookery-related tasks. After the glitz and the glamour of the fine dining night, our contestants and judges traveled to the bush to Chaminuka Game Reserve. Contestants have gone out to look for extra ingredients for their dishes, fresh herbs and veggies.
When I saw the garden, I was very happy. It was just like at home, you just go to your backyard and pick the herbs that you want.
So we're in the garden. This is where cooking starts. You get all different herbs, you get all different nice top flowers for the garnish. It's gonna be awesome today. We are in.
The moment I saw the garden, I had what to cook in mind.
Cooking competition is not something to dream with. You have to get well prepared.
So we only took what we needed. And yes, I had to hold myself back because I was like, just give me a whole bunch. I ended up walking away with just one little plant, but anyway. And then the amount of lemons that they had, which I'm using in my dish, it was actually very nice to see all that fresh produce on their doorstep.
I have the batch of ingredients. Ntanga, I have the batch of ingredients.
We are usually to always do things in the the town setup, but for this, for me, really is an experience.
They now have to light their fires and prepare their dishes, and their main ingredient is guinea fowl.
When you're preparing the guinea fowl, you need to have a lot of firewood, so that as you are preparing something that will be so tender and also that will be so soft.
I'm enjoying the challenge today because it's away from the normal professional kitchen, so it makes you improvise and work with what you have.
This challenge, the unique part is making the fire, making my kitchen, making sure that I have everything at my disposal, and just blowing the hectic fire.
No fancy cooking equipment or gadgets, only firewood and a few kitchen staples.
Actually, from the time we came in the morning, I think we've done quite a lot.
Our tester.
So the bush challenge is very challenging for me. Like, I've never cooked in the bush before, so this is like
new to me.
Honestly, it was really, really tough. Like I've been trying moving up and down and moving up and down, what am I gonna do next? What do I have to do next? You know, it was really tough.
My name is Gilbert Lucas. I called by the name goes Sana Sana, Chef Sana Sana. And I'm doing guinea fire Raymond sour, grilled. Yeah, so I've already poured it in the foil. I started by sealing it on the pan. And I have my pumpkin and I'm doing a puree kalembula with lumanda. It's like really tricky, but it's gonna be done. Even though I haven't really figured out how I'll make my puree, because you know, there's no end food processor here. It's a boss challenge. You have to use your hands. So I'm still thinking, but I've got this.
I would usually cook it just for home, but it made me execute it in a way where it's like a professional chef would prepare it.
The bush challenge it's great. It's nice to see the trees, the monkeys around, and the cooking you're yet to see.
We got 15 minutes to this thing! Can we get a hang of it?
We are running behind on time, and it's actually making us very nervous.
Our guest judge, Chef Chris, goes around asking contestants what they are preparing and how they're doing.
Welcome to Chaminuka Lodge. This is Chef Chris, the executive chef, Chaminuka Lodge and Natural Resources.
Just preparing guinea fowl stew.
Okay.
Yes, with some side veggies and millet shima.
Okay.
Yes.
This is nice.
Thank you.
Are you using any of our herbs?
I've just used garlic.
Garlic.
Yes,
okay.
garlic, some black pepper. So No heads. Okay, so this is more like traditional.
Okay.
Because I think you can see from the
The
setup.
arrangement with the...
Yeah, it reminds me of those times when I was in the village.
Okay.
Yeah, staying with my father. So this is the whole idea.
Okay.
So I just want to make my meal more like a traditional meal.
No,
Yes.
okay, this is a bush challenge. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what else are you preparing apart from this vegetable? What will be your accompaniment?
Shima, millet.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So what makes it bush is that I'm using organic ingredients.
Okay.
And the other thing that makes it bush is using firewood, having my meat roasted or rather smoked.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
Waiting to taste your food.
Sure will.
The bush challenge is so exciting. For me, I think I wouldn't call it a challenge because it has given me a lot of experience.
I'm making guinea fowl with butternut and potato mash and a spinach soup.
When you go in the places like this, rice can make in the bush because I can even use a lot to prepare rice. Yeah.
I decided to go all traditional as we are in the bush. So I decided to do only Zambian meals, everything traditional. So this is the millet shima getting ready.
Time is running out, and the contestants need to finish cooking and plate in time to serve the judges.
We got 15 minutes to this thing! Can we get a hang of it? Can we hurry? Can we do this? Are we making it? Can you say yes, Stella? Yes, Stella! Alrighty.
We are running behind on time, and it's actually making us very nervous.
We see some very ingenious plating from the contestants and use of some ordinary household tools and items that they have found around the campsite. They seem to be really serious about cooking their dishes to perfection.
I'm finding the experience very amazing because nature is beautiful, you know, but the problem is it's a bush. You find spiders in your shirt, in your shoe, but it's been good.
Yes, chef.
So until I saw the Niederberg type, and so it was late wine and dry. So I was like, okay, this is my hero. Like, this is my pass. Let me use it. Until I did raised with it, gave me a lot of flavor, and I was good to go.
If I have little things or limited stuff to use, I would try to improvise whatever I have. And being it in the bush, it was really quite awesome experience.
I wanted to keep my presentation simple and open so that the judges can have at least something to nibble from the plate.
Wants to give them time.
Completely nervous, even a little bit out of place because I've cooked shima.
Even though it was also undercooked, it could have been softer, it was quite tough.
The judges, I think they were hard on me.
Let's see what the judges think about the food.
So I kept it simple as the theme or the challenge for today says bush. So I didn't want to go too far away from that whole theme. So I prepared foil roasted guinea fowl, some pumpkin and butternut that was steamed, and we have garden rocket salad to go with it.
So yeah, all in all, I think it was a really good dish. I enjoyed it. Presentation was good as well. I liked the fact that it was a simple concept. And kept out to the foil, but at the same time it was very flavorful, and I think all the flavors were captured and were encompassed in the whole dish.
A bit salty, but I just loved the whole chicken in the foil. Thank you. You did well.
The salt was just I'm just going to call it the minor issue, but otherwise everything else was very well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the idea of coming up with a simple meal made it good for you to make it tasty. I enjoyed the taste of the guinea fowl. I even felt it was nice.
I'll let you into a little secret. We kept putting you on a maybe. But for some reason, in the end, we said, you know what, let's let her through. And honestly, I'm sure when Chef Wezi is back in the next episodes, even he will say to you, job well done. You've understood the assignment. We're glad we put you through.
Thank you.
So today I made a Asian style, which is basically Korean wrap with Asian flavors, with pickled eggplant, beetroot and carrots.
It was a good dish, a bit dry. I would have, I think, expected a little bit of sauce just to make it a bit juicy. However, I think you mitigated the toughness by cutting it and putting it into little pieces. So I think for me that was quite genius, and I think for me it saved you on that part. So yeah, overall, well done. Thank you.
It was dry, but I liked the taste and the taste of the coriander. Could taste the coriander and the pepper. But maybe you could have named it something else rather than a wrap. Yeah, and it was nice.
Thank you. At the end of the day, it's just about trying to get to where you need to be.
Today I've made garlic and herb roasted guinea fowl with potatoes, baby spinach and roasted pumpkin.
I like the presentation. Only issue I think the guinea fowl would have done with a little bit more seasoning. And on top of that, I felt it was a little dry, a bit overcooked and a bit tough as well.
The taste was a bit, there was no much, I think, should I say flavor, or it was almost as good as plain.
The judges, I think they were hard on me, so I thought everything that I did was a flop.
Didn't use any of our herbs. Didn't put any in it. It lacked the flavor.
I was worried because the first and second had bats, but I was encouraged when the last person actually said, don't worry, you did well.
The potatoes were good, the vegetables were good, the presentation was really good. So I think that you did a good job today.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I present to you like braised guinea fowl in blackjack flavors. So I've decided to mix up the seasonal vegetables, and added the rocket to have that a little bit of fire because it's more Asian and Zambian cuisine. So the sauce that you see there is like a white sauce, but using kanunka, which is a blackjack leaves.
I think my favorite was the mashed potato. It was really nice. I loved it.
I like that you took time to think about how you wanted to do the presentation. I noticed that I think you smoked the beetroot I noticed that obviously you cooked the potatoes separately, the rest of the vegetables separately. So I think good job from me.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
The guinea fowl was tender. As my colleague mentioned, there was a very beautiful seasoning in the food. In the kanunga also, I didn't taste the kanunga, but overall everything was okay.
The only thing I would add, I think, would say I was expecting a little bit of flavor overall in the entire dish, but otherwise I enjoyed it. Thank you.
So I poached my guinea fowl in red wine and rosemary. I added some onions to it so that it could get the flavor I needed. I had to improvise and make use of what I had to make the dish come out right.
The entire dish was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
I think for me, the soup that you put over and above it was also very nice because it gave out that Nederburg Baron flavor. So you could actually taste it, and it just complemented everything quite well. Thank you very much.
Today I prepared millet mixed with cassava shima, and completely nervous, even a little bit out of place, because I've cooked shima with millet and cassava, and I did the guinea fowl the traditional way. Also, I put in complete traditional vegetables.
We all want to see a lot of our own traditional Zambian meals out there in the world. So I think for that, we'll definitely commend you on that. The millet, I think it was a little bit undercooked as well. It wasn't cooked to the right consistency. There was something. But the kalembla was good. The guinea fowl had a good taste, even though it was also undercooked. It could have been softer. It was quite tough. Even to cut through with a knife, it was quite tough. So maybe could have cooked a little bit longer. But otherwise, I think everything came together.
For me, I'm happy that you have done something which is in line with the concept. I just have a few comments on that. The shima was okay, though it was not up to date. It was a little bit loosey. Yeah. Now looking at it was in shima. If I were you, the guinea fowl was supposed to be in a sauce, a traditional sauce.
I think the dish had quite a kick, and the kick was in the chili, but everything else was actually very, very good and tasty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a guinea fowl Jonas.
Guinea fowl Jonas?
Yes.
Okay.
And rice. I also have vegetables. Yes.
I would rather have the veggies, the carrot, a bit crunchy. Was it use carrot and butternut? Was it? Yes. Yeah, I would rather have the carrot just a bit crunchy.
Very, a very good dish. Nicely presented as well. I think you would doubt it when you see it, but it actually proves you wrong when you taste it. So it's actually very well done. I think nothing much from me, but I would have just preferred just a little bit more starch to go with it, but otherwise it was perfectly done. Thank you.
It was very well put together. You did have so much going on. There was a lot of simplicity. I like also how you Frenched the bun and you took the extra care to actually foil the end of it for the presentation and for it to not overburn. I think the bird was very well cooked. The flavors were on point, and the vegetables are not just there for decoration. So you could tell that you actually prepared them, and you could taste and you see that there was a bit of care also that was put. Overall, really, I think it was a very good dish.
Join us next week as we get to see which dishes were the judges' favorites.
I found it interesting. I've never gone camping in terms of sleeping in tents, so it was a good experience for me.
I'm never doing that again. It was mosquitoes, the cold.
Who made it through to the next round and which contestants will be saying goodbye to?
We must lose some people. Some people have to go home.
Where there's a competition, there is always a winner and a loser. So I was expecting both.